Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Steven Stallions. Uh, this is going to be a tutorial on how to use Dance Party in code.org. And part of this is to give you some ideas for you may have read the information that there's going to be for the Friday ancillary time on Friday, May 29th at 1 p.m. We're going to be having a dance party, dance off, whatever you want to call it. Uh, which will be a chance for you. You will have before then have shared with me your what you produced in Dance Party, and some of you have done Dance Party already on code.org. But I wanted to just kind of show you some of the things that are available to give you some time to do this. I would like you to have your submissions in by at the latest uh, Thursday at noon. So Thursday, May 28th at noon. That'll give me time to put things together, and we'll see how many come in, how many submissions I get. And this is for students, teachers, any kind of faculty, students. If your parents want to help you with this is cool. We're just going to have some fun here for the last week of school. But the first thing I want to show you is this is a real simple dance I made using Dance Party. And I'll first, you got to know, I'm not a very I'm not much of a dancer, and my coding skills are, I've learned some over the past 9 weeks, but I'm not real great at coding. This is to show you. This took about 25 minutes for me to put together using stuff in code.org. I went through the tutorials about the dancing that I'm going to show you here in a little bit, but let's just run it. I'm going to run about 30 seconds of this so you can see what it is. Okay, so you can see that's something I did just in a very short period of time. I think it took me about 30 minutes to make it, something in that range. But let's go on to give you just a brief tutorial of what you can do, how you can do this, and how you can share it so it can be part of the dance party on Friday, May 29th at 1 p.m. First thing I'd like you to look at, if you're on a whatever device you're on, whether it's a laptop, desktop, iPad, even iPhone, you can do this. We're going to look up, you see I typed here in the address bar, hourofcode.com. And if you click on that, you should see a screen like this, and it shows you all the places where people have done this thing called Hour of Code. This is something that code.org does every year, but they leave the activities up all the time. And so if I click on activities, let me do that again. Click on activities, it's going to take you to this page. And one of the Hour of Code activities is Dance Party. And it says grade second grade and up, but if you're first grade, even kindergarten, you could probably do it. It might take a little extra concentration, but you can do it if you want to be part of the dance party. So if you click on Dance Party, you'll get a dialog box that looks like this. It says Code a Dance Party to share with your friends, featuring music by Katy Perry, Shawn Mendes, Little Nas, Panic at the Disco, Jonas Brothers, and many more. So if I click on the Start button, the first thing it gives me two options, and these are lessons. These are if you really don't know anything about coding and you've never done Dance Party before, I'd recommend going through these first. This Dance Party, this will take you to get through the whole thing maybe 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and you'll see here it's got different little lessons. It's got some videos. It kind of shows you the basics of Dance Party. Okay, you go in and it'll ask you to do this. You'll see up here there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10 challenges for you to do that are part of this first lesson. Okay, now if I go back, after you finish Dance Party, there's also Keep on Dancing, where you go beyond the first hour with extended project ideas. Okay, you can click on that, And you can do all these. There's looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 lessons. Okay, and this is basically just to get more advanced in your dancing. Okay, if you want to be real simple, and you could just do, you can do dance party and then make something. If you got the time, you got the interest, you like the music, you like seeing the people dance, you want to do it really fancy, keep on dancing, you learn some more. Okay? But what I'm going to do is I've kind of done this already, so I'm just going to show you kind of how it works. And I'm going to encourage you to do dance party, do keep on dancing, go through that, get some ideas for dancing. But I'm going to go to projects. Okay, and if you've already know a little bit about coding and you're ready to just start building, I would say, you know what, go to projects. And I got to look here in projects because I'm not sure where dance party is. There it is right there, dance party. Okay, so I got to put in my age, whatever your age is. I'm 21 and up, so I'm going to put that. And then it gives you this screen. And this is where you can program your dance. Okay, and again, this dance party, it's just to have some fun to end out the school year, do a fun dance. So I would recommend, first thing is pick out a song that you're going to like. You got all sorts of different songs here. The way you can hear if you don't know what a song is, and a lot of these I didn't know. I had to listen. You get to listen to Can't Hold Us. All right, or you could say I want to listen to, I don't know. We'll listen to Ariana Grande. Ain't got no tears in my body. I ran out, but boy, I like it. All right, you can have that as the music that your dancers are dancing to. I am going to go way back to when I was young. My music's going to be Bruce Springsteen, Dancing in the Dark. Okay, now, there's all sorts of blocks here to use to build your dance. And this is called your workspace over here. And there's a setup, and that's you put blocks inside the setup to make things happen over here. This is the display area. It's going to do what the dancer's going to do what you tell it to do. So I'm just going to do some real simple dance things, and we're going to see what happens so you can play with it. All right. First set of blocks you have are the world blocks, and those you can set the background effect. You can have the background be black and white. You could have the background be vintage. You can have the background be electronic. All sorts of different ones. I'm going to pick, I don't know, vintage. All right, and we're going to do that. And what I'll do, once I have it how I want it, I click that block in here where it says setup. You see how setup made it so it's there. And I'm going to have a disco ball. So it should be vintage disco ball. So when I run it, that's vintage, and there's a disco ball. Okay, so that's one thing you can do in the world. Also in the world, you can set foreground effect. Maybe I'll have a hearts in the foreground. You can do that. You can change it up. There, we got hearts in the foreground. Okay, you can kind of play around, different things, confetti, paint, all sorts of options. Okay, also in your world, you can set the background to be different colors. I'm not going to do that right now. You could have the time be in measures, or you can have it be in seconds. I'm going to keep it in measures. That's easy enough. A measure, all right. Well, we're not going to worry about functions today. If you want to learn about functions later and add it in, that's fine. I have to admit, I don't really know how to do functions. So we're looking at dancers, and you have some options with dancers. One is you can make dancers. Okay, I can make a cat. Right here, make a new cat, but I don't want it to be a cat. I want it to be a moose. Okay, and the moose, I want to have it, well, the way it is now, the moose will come in the top. Let's see what happens here. Here, there's the moose in the top. Okay, but instead, I'm going to have the moose come in bottom right, and I'm going to create another dancer too. And that dancer is going to be here, and I don't want to have a cat on mine. I'm going to have a sloth. I like the sloth. and he's going to be bottom left. Okay, so you'll notice when I run it, there's the sloth bottom left, moose bottom right. Real simple. And right now, all they're doing, if you watch, okay, they're just kind of swaying back and forth. They're not doing any dancing of any kind. Okay, so if I want them to dance, to do moves, that's another thing in here that I can do. I can have, hold on. Now, sometimes what you need to know, if I clicked on this block by accident, and I don't really want it right now, so I can click it and drag it over here and it goes in the garbage, so there's not a mess there. But I'm going to go back to dancers, and I'm going to have click that on there, and if I read this block, it says all do some dance move forever. Okay, so I don't, clap high is a dance move, but I'm going to avoid the clap high. I don't like that. I want to do Gangnam forever. So now these dancers, both the moose and the sloth, are going to do Gangnam forever. Watch here. There they are doing the Gangnam style. Okay, now let's say I wanted to have the two dancers do different things. I could say, you know what, I'm going to have the moose, he's going to keep doing Gangnam, but I'm going to go dancers, and I'm going to pick out a different thing here. Whoops, that's not what I want. I want all, what is it, a sloth? All the sloths, there's only one sloth, but all the sloths are going to do, I don't know, he's going to do the floss forever. So when I start it, we should see the moose doing the Gangnam and the sloth doing the floss. Let's see what happens here. Okay, we see floss for the sloth, and then the moose is doing the Gangnam. Okay, now another thing we can do is, with, I think we covered pretty much most everything I want to cover with the dancers at the moment. Okay, we got properties. You can change the size of things. Okay, if you want to change all the creatures to a smaller size, you can do that. That's what properties are. Size, or their dance speed you can change. Okay, events are like after a certain number of measures, I can do different things. So here, for example, I can say after 4 measures, I'm going to do something a little different. I'm not going to make a cat, but I'm going to use this little block which says make 6 new bears in a circle. Okay, so these are some extra dancers I can create, but I'm not going to do 6. That's too many. I'm going to do 4, and instead of bears, we're going to make frogs. And I want them to be not in a circle so much, they're going to be in a diamond. So the dancers, you go for 4 measures, and then these these characters are going to show up. So let's watch here, and you'll notice the measures are counted right here. A measure is a way of keeping track how much of the song has passed. A song is broken up into a certain number of slices, and each slice is a measure. So let's watch here. We got 1 measure, 2 measures, 3 measures, 4 measures, and now, boom, there's the frogs. See, our frogs, they're in a diamond, right? A diamond. So now, what if I want the frogs to start dancing? Can I do that? Yes, I can. I go back to dancers, and instead of having them do something constant, I'm going to use this little block that I got from dancers where it says all alternate every 2 measures between 2 different dances. So I can do this. I can say all the frogs, only the frogs, alternate we'll say every 4 measures between, let's see, what are the main dancers are doing Gangnam and floss, so we're going to alternate between Gangnam and floss. Okay, so after 4 measures, we're going to have 4 new frogs are going to show up, and they're going to alternate between the Gangnam and the floss. So let's see what happens here. 1 measure, 2 measures, 3 measures, 4 measures, and then we get the frogs. And what are they doing? They're doing gang 'em. Alternate. Now they go to floss. 1 measure, 2 measures, 3 measures, 4 measures. Back to gang 'em, right? There we go. Okay, so we got that. We got measures added. If I wanted to say after, let's say I want the moose and the sloth to change. I could also say, I could say events. After 12 measures, 10, we'll say 10 measures, I'm going to have the after 10 measures, the moose is going to change, and he's going to, instead of doing gang 'em, he's going to do the floss. And I'm get another page here. It's going to say after 10 measures, the sloth is going to do the gang 'em. So they're going to switch, right? Forever. So let's see what happens here when we do that. So that's going to be after 10 measures. So let's look here. 1 measure, 2 measures. All right, come the frogs doing the gang 'em for 4 measures. And then they're going to do floss. But after 10 measures, the moose, did everybody see the moose and the sloth changed? Change. So they switched out. All right, and you could switch them back. You could have them switch back and forth and do different things. All right, that's on events. Could be like that. All right, one other thing I'm going to do, and then we're going to kind of call it a time, because I think I've given you enough to work with to make a dance that you'll be, have fun with. But I'm going to do one more event after, let's say after 12 measures. We're going to go back to the world here, and I'm going to change what's going on in my background. Instead of being black and white, it's going to be electronic fireworks. Okay, and then this foreground effect of hearts, we're going to change that a little bit too. And we're going to make it so, you know what, after 12 measures, it's going to start paint dripping. Why not? Okay, let's see what that looks like. So we got all this dancing going on, and I'm sticking with my music, Bruce Springsteen, Dancing in the Dark. There we go. There's 1 measure, 2 measures, 3 measures, 4 measures. Comes the frogs. Gang 'em. Get ready. The frogs are about to change on 9. Now they're doing the floss. Now these are going to change, right? But they just switched. And now, oh, look at that. The background changed to paint drip. It's going to cover up my frogs. I don't know if I like that, but that's what's happening. And we got fireworks. Remember, electronic fireworks, paint drip. We keep doing that. All right. So with that, yeah, and the song, I think this song probably has like 40 or 50 measures. I'm not sure exactly how many, but you can program all the way through the end of the song. However, whatever you come up with, you can change. Obviously, you can go here to change the music. You can add more dancers. You can add different effects. You can change as much as you want. But that's it. So once you get your project done and had to get the dance exactly how you want it, what you can do, if you want to be part of the dance party on Friday, that's next Friday, May 29th, by next Thursday at noon, you're going to need to share the link with me and let me see what's going on. So the easiest way to do that, what I just did, you click on share, and then you should see this screen here. It's going to say share your project. Okay, and the best way to share it with me is if you click on this where it says copy the link. Okay, you want to copy that link, and if you're on a keyboard, you want to Control C, and that will copy that link. And then you go to Class Dojo or Teams, and you send me the link, and the easiest way to paste it is Control V, and it'll paste the link. And you see, I just send it to myself here, and then I'll be able to see your dance. Like right here, I can see my own dance. Right there's the dancers. Okay, now if you're having trouble, uh, if you're having trouble clicking the link or getting a copy of it, you can take the time and you can take a picture of it and send it to me, and then I can, you know, transcribe the letters here. Okay, that's a way to do it. But if you're trying to get me a copy of the link and the link isn't working for you, let me know, and we'll figure out a way where you can get me the link. But if you want to send a copy of your program to a friend or family, you can also send it to a phone. Okay, and you can do that. And then they'll be able to see like we just saw with me. All right. Another possibility, if you take a picture of this, I might be able to scan this QR code. But if you have a code, first option is to click on this so the link highlights, and then you go Control C, and that'll copy it. And then you go to like Teams or Class Dojo, and you click Control V, and that'll paste the link, and then I'll have it, and we can watch it, and we can see what your project is. And then, like I said, I'm going to try to get as many of the dances that get done into next Friday's dance party. So that's it. Let me back up here so you can see what I'm doing. Again, if you're on the page, you finished your dance, run it one last time to make sure it's just how you want it. All right, and then you can share it. All right, so I look forward to seeing what you have done. Remember, the deadline to get these in is next Thursday, May 28th at noon, and we're doing at Friday, May 29th at 1. I'm going to have a dance party. We'll get to everybody's things. Hopefully, we'll have lots of dances going on. Again, this is for students, obviously, but it's also teachers if you want to do one. Any faculty at Stevens that wants to do this would be great. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing your dances. Have a good rest of the day.